Karibuni sana to another episode. It is always an awesome time to have you in this platform. I am amazed. Hope you guys are doing well. I am fine. I am fabulous. I am excited. I am happy. And that is why we are doing this vlog today, okay? It is Monday. We are doing motivation. Okay. Today, what are we talking about? We're talking about why is Marion so focused and persisting and insisting on motivating us, okay? That is my topic for today. So, see you after the introduction so that I can tell you why. Amazing people, if it is your very first time to be here, karibu sana. I know maybe you don't know, but we've been doing 21 Mondays of motivation, and after the 21 Mondays, every other Monday we will do motivation, okay? And this is why Marion Mikali wants everyone to achieve something in their lives, okay? I have been in a place where things are not moving, things are not working, and I was just praying, God, can you send somebody to come and tell me that things are going to be okay, okay? And sometimes I get that encouragement from church on Sundays. So when I'm starting the week on Monday, I'm like, well, God has got me. So this week is going to be amazing. But then I thought about, how about those people that don't attend church? Those that don't get people to just actually come and just tell them, you know what? You guys got this. And you know what? As much as things are difficult and hard at this particular season and what you're going through, you got it. You can do this. And it's not something that will last for a long period of time. All of us have been in places where things have become thick. You have gone to the darkest of pits, you know? And when you were there, things were seeming like, there's no future, there's no hope in that situation. And when someone maybe would tell you that you are going to overcome, ulkuna baki, how sure are you? Do you really know what I'm going through? Do you understand me? Do you feel me? Are you sure you know what I'm going through? Because like you're just talking, you don't know. You have not been through serious issues. Because when unaongea, it's like you have not gone through the fire. So when I started my YouTube channel, it was more or less to just have a conversation with the viewers that I will get, and it has grown for me, and it keeps on evolving because I'm also evolving and becoming a different person altogether. But the main reason we started with 21 Mondays of Motivation, when I did my 21 Mondays of Motivation, even when I was doing the calculations and when Monday Motivation was to end, it was to end in April. So as I'm having this conversation, I should have been done with 21 Mondays of Motivation. And of course, that was a big flop because of challenges that were beyond me. And I know that one day I will come and have that conversation with you guys here so that you can know what I was talking about or what I was going through. When we were doing 21 Mondays of Motivation, we were talking about consistency, persistency, determination, and just making sure that, you know what, you follow through. If you have written down a goal, you follow through. So Marion Mikali is one of these very interesting personalities. Let me give you a story about me. A brief. Marion is very creative. I will sit down today and I'll be so encouraged and motivated to do something at the time. And after I think about it, maybe I write down, I have the idea written down and everything, I am done. That is the end of Marion doing something. So when I started 21 Mondays of Motivation, and even just motivating people on Mondays, it was more or less motivating myself, telling Marion, you know what, Marion, you can do this. You have an entire week before we have another, until we get to another Monday, for us to talk about you getting encouragement to push through and to just make sure that you follow through. So when we started 21 Mondays of Motivation, when I was doing research on motivation and just telling people how, you know what, you can actually achieve something, how you need to be persistent, how you need to be consistent, how you need to follow through with the plans that you have for yourself, it hit me that, you know what, I actually don't follow through. So I need to start following through with some of the things that I've written down because they are long overdue. And one of the things I did was just make plans for myself and for the channel and everything. And I told you guys to tembe hiyo safari pamoja. It was amazing because it kept me consistent in terms of posting and just making sure that there's something that we are talking about in terms of growing ourselves and becoming better. But the main reason I do motivation, let me guys tell you, is because I know that there are a lot of us that are going through things. And things sometimes doesn't have to be really a bad thing. You see, you can get promoted, but the promotion was something you desired to have to get, but you are not really ready to adjust your schedule and to adjust a lot of things that will need to be adjusted to get to that particular level. I will use a good example in my personal experience. I desired to get married, of course, by the time I was getting 28, because that is the time I found my husband and we were planning the wedding. I was really in that space of I really want a husband. And you see, a lot of us, we desire things because season maybe it may come and you want to become better, you want to grow yourself, you're looking for that promotion at work, but it comes with maybe longer hours, you know. So for me, when I wanted to get married, I didn't know that everything in my life would change. Okay, I needed to, I had not sat down and thought of, oh, there's a particular human being, a whole grown human being that I will be interacting with every day. I will have to sleep with every day. I will have to cook for every day. You see, when you were single and when I was alone, even when I was dating, I would cook. And because someone is not sleeping at your place with the, like the many relationships I've been in with the people I've dated, they will go to their place. So you will stay for 2 days without seeing them. Maybe you're talking on phone and you're asking each other, have you guys eaten? How was your day? And that is what you're doing. But you don't get to live with this person 100%. Even when some of you go to maybe sleepover and you stay there for like a week, you know, because you know it's a week. And you find that you're not giving each other pressure, because at the end of the day, we are dating. So I don't expect you to, I don't expect as a man to come and find you, you have done maybe washing the clothes and have and everything. I will just maybe expect that you cooked, and I'll ask you, did you have fun? Because maybe you are watching Netflix and chill, okay? And that and that, okay? But when you get into the marriage, it is work, okay? You can't just sit down and Netflix and chill, because there's a house that needs to be cleaned and washed. There are clothes that need to be cleaned and washed. There's a house. For some of us that now are getting children, there are children and babies to take care of. You have, maybe if you can, you have a nanny. That is another person you need to plan and everything. Yani everything becomes a lot. So when I was single, I desired marriage, but I didn't know the hard work that came with marriage. I thought because it is washing clothes and cooking, it's something that I was doing even when I was alone and even when I was at home. But I didn't know the dynamics, because it is more involving and more engaging. For someone who is looking for a promotion, you don't know what that promotion comes with. It comes with a lot of adjustments, okay? On a personal level, you have to grow yourself, you have to make yourself better. You know, there's something that you need to improve. If you're maybe looking for a promotion that will cause you to interact with people and maybe manage people, because that means you also have to raise your standards and something, and the way you even relate with people and manage them, you need to work on that and change that, okay? So of course, it is something that you're desiring, maybe you're even qualified for, but on a practical platform, it is something that maybe you're not very cut out for. I remember the first time I got a promotion to become an admin at a production house. It looked so easy, because of course it's like just being a wife of the production house, okay? It's just making sure that we have someone to clean, the people who are coming to shoot are fed, and if they are sleeping, they have somewhere to sleep, and then you have to make sure electricity is on and food and everything, and the office is running and they're paid and everything. So of course it looked like it's just managing a house. It's just that it was now a production. And when I started, it looked easy. But when I got into the job, I noticed by then it's very tasking. And sometimes because you're not so ready and maybe equipped for, it's a promotion I wanted. I thought, because of course it came maybe with a better pay. And I thought it would be something, a walk in the park. But when we now started the shooting, and then you interact with people and they tell you their demands, or maybe one time you forget, you know, you're so busy up and down sorting something, you've already gone to town due to deliver footage. By the time you're coming back, there's no electricity, and maybe the backup generator you had not bought for you had not bought fuel for the generator, and people need to shoot, and you're there, you're stranded. Maybe even at the time you don't even have money, so you have to go to the bank. Yani, it was so crazy. Okay, and it took a lot. I think I left before I could say that I was a good admin, and I'm sorry for the one who gave me the job, because I didn't put my best foot, honestly. I feel like I really failed him, but that's the story of another day. So I think the main reason for me I do motivation is just to tell you that sometimes, you see, when we are talking about motivation, people think that we are being motivated for all the bad things, that maybe it's a bad situation. And of course, there are those of you that are in a bad situation where you need people to just tell you, you know what, you're not alone, and that thing is not permanent, it's temporary, it's gonna work itself out, or you are going to find the solutions for it in the future. Just give it time, think about it, meditate, pray, and God will come through for you. But you see, even when you're talking about motivation, like I'm talking about in terms of increment, it comes with its own level of challenges. And we need to actually have people on our circle who are telling us, you know what, it's something that is workable. What I actually tell myself every other time I am stranded or I have a difficult thing that I am facing is that, you know what, someone else went through it. And most of the time, I will look for solutions somewhere. I will start with the Bible, of course, because it's my first manual of existence as a Christian. And if I don't seem like I am getting, like the Bible is not practical, because I feel that was the olden age, let me now check modern people and see, and maybe I Google here and there and see if I can get the answers. Okay, and when I don't find the answers, of course, there's prayer that really just, I go before God and I'm like, God, I cannot do this on my own. You need to come through for me and give me help. Okay. And after I'm done that, I come before people and I'm like, you know what, you can do this, because you know what, somebody else did it and overcame. And I love the scripture in the Bible that says there's nothing new under the sun. Okay. And that is just to mean that what you're going through now is a challenge for you. But you see, someone else went through it, they overcame. Right now, we are celebrating them. When people are on the limelight and they're seeming like they're doing things and they're working things and everything is working out, it seems like them, they didn't struggle. It seems so easy for them. And you're like, and then maybe I'm struggling. But what I learned is that they have worked it, they have learned how to hack it, and it is working, and that's why people are celebrating them. That is why they will be hosted in TV shows and they will tell us what has worked for them. Of course, they won't go to the nitty-gritties of, there are times I cried. There are times maybe, man, I didn't even clean the house because I was depressed. There are times I even told God, by the way, you are not here. Me, I need to do this. I don't know what to do because I feel like you're far away. Okay? But motivation for me is that place where I just come and encourage someone else who's going through something, because I feel like I also needed someone to tell me. And I found maybe someone who did that for me, even when they did not know that they were doing that for me. I found someone, I talked to them, and I got my encouragement, and it pushed me to go on and to keep on persisting. And continue pursuing and just doing what it is that I'm doing. The one thing that I really feel I need motivation for, though, is for this YouTube channel. It has been growing so slowly, but I think I'm also part of the reason why it has not been growing the way it needs to, because I haven't been as consistent in terms of posting. I know I have written something in my description in terms of the days I need to post and the times, and most of the time I don't even keep the time. It has been a challenge after another, and of course I hope God give me the grace to overcome all these challenges, because there are so many that sometimes you even plan, you organize, you're actually very organized and everything, and things just happen. I remember a friend of mine did an entire live show and she did over 20 songs. Is it 20? No, let me not fake it. I don't know how many, but they were more than 10. She was to release them as an album, but then she was to release them one after the other. So the person who was doing the music for her finished editing and everything, and she put all her music in hard disk, and then akampatia. So what happened after she posted, I think, one song, I don't know if I don't know what happened. So she lost all the other songs. Only one song out of everything she had done was now the one that we got to view. And she was talking about it after a period of time. You know, sometimes I was asking myself on a personal level, like, what happened to that girl? Because you see, the songs were there. So I was like, why is she taking so long to upload her music? And you know, because I was I attended the live recording, I was so excited to just to go and check the songs, because she had amazing songs. So I couldn't wait to hear them. And then because she's my friend, you know, there's that, I just want to support her. I want to listen to her content and give her views, nini nini. And then after I think 2 months, I just see a post on Facebook, and she's writing, oh my goodness, she lost all the content. And then when she was now calling the person who did the editing for her, they had, after now they had delivered the songs from their end, they decided, you know what, we don't need this. And of course, because we are creating space, you know, this is what we do, so we can't keep your stuff just like that. We had already delivered, and that is the end of that. And for people who have done live recording, remember, you're charged for the venue. You know, you spend, I think she spent more than 300,000 to just do that thing, and only one song of 3 minutes she was able to post. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you will go through battles, you will go through things, and let me laugh, because I have gone through my share of issues in terms of content creating. But the one thing I usually tell myself every time I encourage you, when I am editing these videos, I get to listen to myself. And I'm like, yeah, but whatever, Marion, you're saying makes sense. Because until you go through it, sometimes you won't get it. So when I went with you guys, the 21 Mondays of Motivation, and I was talking about persistence, I was talking about being patient, I was talking about following through with your plans, I really got to work on myself. And it made me to be so keen, and even to just continue, because this is something I want to do. I want to continue doing motivation. Of course, it won't be called 21 Mondays of Motivation. It will be Monday Motivation, because we are done with 21 Mondays. So allow me to be coming in your space every other Monday to motivate you and to tell you, by the way, you know what, it's going to be okay. What I want to do with Monday Motivation in the near future is maybe bring people who have been through it, who have done something, and they give us their own share of stories, and we get motivated, because you know, it's getting to a place where this space is becoming boring to just do it alone. So I need to bring in people so that you guys can know that people are going through stuff, and we need to motivate ourselves and just to be encouraged that, you know what, you can actually achieve greatness, and it is just here with us. A lot of people that are successful, that we are celebrating, that we are cheering on, there are people like you and I. They have just worked it, they have maybe learned how to do things better, they have followed through, they have been persistent with whatever it is that they are going through, and they're making money. So Marion Ndungu promises to motivate you, so that even as you go through the cycles of life, as much as they're difficult for you and for me, we need to work together to encourage one another and tell each other that, you know what, it's going to be okay. I have exhausted a lot of your minutes, so I want to get out of your hair. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you've come to the end of this particular video and you like the kind of content we are creating, and maybe you're new, kindly consider subscribing. My name is Marion Ndungu. Always a pleasure to have you in this particular platform. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. And I thank you for staying and for listening and for tuning in and for viewing. God bless you. See you on the next vlog. Bye-bye.